Huge shout out to Mr. Millennial Mike, who had the suggestion of, you know what, Zuber, you should talk to new investors. So we put it out there. We've got a long list of new investors coming out, and today we've got Ben Fopple. How you doing, Ben?
Good, Zuber, and yourself?
I'm doing a lot of fun. I got another one of these at 10:30 today, which is pretty awesome. I just want to hear what's going on for new investors. So introduce yourself to the audience, where you're at in your investing cycle.
Yeah, so my name is Ben Fopple. My wife and I are in the mid-Michigan area, so just west of Bryan Adamson, over in the Detroit area. But we are in year 2.5, basically, of our journey. Got married back in March, and all this kind of real estate love, I kind of caught the bug during COVID when my whole life came to a standstill. Was in college studying marketing at Michigan State at the time. And then obviously that came to a standstill. So I had a lot more free time, caught a Graham Stephan video, and I think we can kind of see how it led from there.
That's good.
It's funny, Zuber, like when I came across a Dion video about a year and a half ago. And I realized when you explained, Dion's to get you into the stadium, to get on the field. And I fell directly into that pipeline, went through Dion, came through you, with the lumberjack. So it's funny kind of going
awesome.
But no, caught the bug in COVID, and as a college student was just living as frugal as I can during the lockdown with my roommate, and was stowing away as much internship money as I could, and then got into tech sales out of college, moved down to Dallas for a training program, and then came back up to Michigan. And my wife and I were on the drum line when we were at Michigan State. So that has kind of led to our side hustle. We both teach drum lines in the area, and I teach private lessons on the side, which is kind of our dry powder. So that's been super huge for us. But we're currently in our first house hack, which is a duplex in a small town just outside of the Lansing area. And we just put an offer for deal number 2. Which is very exciting. Seller financed. So this is thing outside of our comfort zone, but
all right, we can talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. But has just been really awesome to see. They gave us a no, but we're gonna follow back up end of next week and see where they're at.
No is just permission to ask again, as you know, in sales. Just
100%. Yeah, it's just the first no is what that was. So.
It's not a hell no or an F no. It's just a no.
Not yet. Yeah, we're waiting for those. So
yeah, those are coming. Well, let's go down to the first. I love hearing about first deals. So when did you close on this house hack that you're currently living in?
We closed on that in May of 22. So
you were not married yet?
No, I was. My wife was actually in an apartment few doors down, it seemed like, but I purchased that in May, and then owner occ, house hack, and then
that's a duplex. Did you say that earlier?
Yeah, so it's a duplex, and then my wife moved in once we got married in March.
Okay. So you bought the duplex standalone. You were scrimping and saving. You put 5% down, 3.5%.
We did 20. Yep.
20. Look at you.
We put 20% down. Yeah, luckily tech sales was going well. I've moved out of that role since, but I always give it credit. I bought my first deal, which I'm forever grateful.
God, tech sale commission. Gotta love that. Gotta love that OTE money. I love that.
You got it.
So tell me about it. I have no idea what a duplex costs in Michigan. What was a duplex?
So we bought this one. We actually went over asking. This was like as rates were increasing. So I locked this down on 5.25. But we bought this for just over 200 grand. Put 20% down, so just over 40.
Is it 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, or what is it?
They're both 2-1s. And this is a top bottom with a garage. So
okay. All right.
Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of have like a Dion approach to your why, almost like with you and Olivia, just kind of tackling this together. It's kind of and my wife going through our journey. And so like I was looking for a lot of the same things that Dion talks about. Like I wanted a side-by-side with a garage, but we didn't get all of what we wanted. We got most of them, which was good enough for us. So yeah, we're actually living on the top of a top-down duplex, and that's been great. Our our net cost after savings and everything is $85. So
Dude, you're
not
living on $85 a month for your largest expense. That doesn't suck. Well, other than
no.
taxes.
And I like our landlord too. He's a cool guy. But I'm a
That's not a lot of people don't say that. You actually like your landlord. That's good. That's good. I like
yeah,
that.
he's pretty
He's a
nice.
pretty good guy. He's a young guy, I hear. He's a young guy.
Yeah,
That's okay.
younger guy, but it's all right.
All right. So you're living there $85 a month. So you're stacking cash.
Yeah.
Right. You're not expanding your lifestyle. You're not balling out with a Tesla or anything stupid.
Correct.
Or
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, absolutely. I drive a 2004 Suburban with just over
Oh, respect.
300,000 miles.
300,000?
360,000. So
oh, my bad. 360.
Yeah, but you know, one thing that's great is when you're so busy, it's hard to go out spending a bunch of money, Zuber. I mean,
I love it.
Well, especially with all the drumline stuff. Obviously, that finished up with all the end of fall season. We're like just getting some free time back. But yeah, I mean, we were so busy. The stuff we were doing, we were getting paid to do. So
nice. So are you so this is so awesome because Dion's story was, hey, it took a while to get the first deal, which you now have. And the second deal comes around. It sounds like you're trying to make moves on a second deal. How long was that? Like 2 years between the deals, or what are we thinking?
yeah, so that was about a year and a half ago that we bought the first deal. So wedding pushed us back a little bit. Luckily, my in-laws helped out a lot, which was great. But
no, you've got to enjoy life. I mean, I think you've heard me talk about one of the things I regret was not maybe. We were too focused on cutting and we didn't enjoy enough. Now we're making up for it. You've seen some of my videos, but I would have liked to do a little bit more of that with our daughter. She got a couple of things, but not a lot. So good for you. What is the second deal? Perhaps, is it another duplex or what is it?
Yeah, we still have the same kind of what we're looking for.
So same buy box?
Same buy box, exactly.
Okay.
Just kind of with all this downtime, we've been able to kind of shift our location bubble a little bit farther out. So yeah, constantly doing the work, checking out.
Look every day?
Look every day. Rent box, buy box. I mean, it's like the easiest hard work you can do, right? And it's fun. Like, who doesn't love doing it? So
exactly. And when you get good at it, like if nothing changes and you move on.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, same buy box, just extended out a little bit further. So where we looked and where we put an offer on was a little bit outside of our buy box, closer to Michigan State. So yeah, we felt very comfortable with the deal.
Now, would you move into the new one and then thus converting this to a full rental?
It was fully occupied, which is kind of why we had to lead with seller financing. So that's kind of where we were at there.
I guess I didn't ask it clearly. Is your intention to make that just another rental, or are you going to house hack that one also?
We would love to house hack it, obviously, for all the benefits that come with house hacking.
Okay.
But if what we need to do to get the deal to the finish line is not house hacking, we'll explore those options too. So
there you go. Well, talk about seller financing. I mean, what kind, like, have you got to the point of pitching terms or not yet? Or you have any questions about that?
For this one, it didn't go too far. We just kind of pitched the benefits of seller financing, as well as we kind of pitched like tentatively what things could look like without going too far.
So what were the benefits? I just curious how you pitched that.
Well, obviously the tax write-off, you don't have that huge capital gains tax that you have to pay. Also, instead of paying interest to a bank, might as well pay it to the seller. Was huge for them. You basically get a lot of the benefits of real estate without actually having to own the real estate.
Yeah. Remove the headaches of management. Obviously. Yeah. Right.
The couple that was selling is looking to move to Florida to start a business. So we tried to word it well as getting the benefits of running your business, and in terms of monthly burn, you're having a huge supplemental piece to that will help kind of build security.
Yeah. The other thing I would probably hit is they can get their price, right? Maybe you can pay a little bit more.
We actually went over asking on our tentative offer. So
I would definitely do that. Yeah. As a seller financing. What kind of rate did you ask for?
We asked for 4. We went pretty aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. I'd probably go with, I might even go lower, right? Your price, my terms.
It would have been about a 13% yield on your yield spreadsheet that we use.
Oh, nice.
So
that's not bad.
Oh,
Okay.
it's been a godsend. So thank you for making that spreadsheet.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah. The
uh
yield spreadsheet's pretty awesome. Yeah.
mhm.
Um, let's just pretend for a minute the first property. If you leave that, what kind of cash flow do you? I don't know what a unit rents for in Michigan. What kind of rent do you get there?
So yeah, currently we have the lower unit being rented out for 1180.
Okay.
And
So it
we
probably
realize
turns into $800 positive cash flow, something like that.
correct. Yeah, just over 800 total. We are seeing that 1180 we thought was kind of a slight reach on our buy box, but we figured we'd put it out there. And with the interest on it, we realized that we might have underpriced it a little bit. So
Oh, darn
um,
it.
I know, yeah. So
Uh,
we realized that that could go up. We're probably looking at somewhere near 1240 in the future. So we're excited for that, and we're excited for the growth coming down with that. But yeah, in fact, about a month and a half ago, I don't know if this is going off on a tangent here, we
Go
had
for it.
a sewage line that needed to get fully replaced.
Mm,
That was budgeted as $3,500 project. As they kept working, I put 10,000 into it now. But
oh,
if it wasn't for saving, 15% gross, having
yep.
cash reserves to the side, that would have gone from a bad day to a nightmare. So yeah,
Bad stuff happens.
save those reserves.
You gotta have those reserves. You gotta sock a little bit away.
Mhm.
When your portfolio gets to a size, you can actually just have an allocated number.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I just had a roof. I just had a call from my when was that? What is today? Wednesday? I guess it was Monday.
Mhm.
It's like, all right, Michael, time to place that roof on, apartment XYZ. I'm like, I knew it was coming. Let's
Yeah.
get it done before the rain starts. So yeah, gotta have those reserves.
You got it. Well, for us, it's the snow. We're ready for the snow. So to get all that,
Yeah, we don't
that
get that here.
yeah.
I don't have that problem. I don't have that
Yeah.
problem. So what else is going on? What else is going on with your journey here? You're in year two. It seems like you're having fun. You're
Yep.
making moves. You're doing the daily work. Um, sounds like you're having a pretty good time in the first. Do you know, Ben, that the first 5 years is supposed to suck? Do you know that?
Well, there's definitely sacrifices that we have to make. Like I
Sure.
can't say my wife and I are smiling, eating our ramen noodles and our PB&Js. But to have that why together, and I would say, Zuber, so much of what has attracted me to the real estate piece is gaining time back with family. And I noticed
Yep.
you that too with you and Olivia.
Oh yeah.
Um, I thought that piece was huge. And for us, being newlyweds, don't have kids yet, we feel like we have the free pass to be this crazy, like to the
Yeah.
rest of our friends, they're like, what are you doing? They know
Yeah.
but it's still just like you have all this
Yeah.
disposable income
I'm
that
so
you're just
proud of you. I'm so proud of you. What's your wife's name?
Josie.
So, Ben, Josie, if you can hold this for 5 to 8 more years,
Mhm.
you could live a lifestyle that would embarrass your friends. Like I guarantee you, like when Olivia and I sacrificed for 15 years, I guarantee you some of our closest friends were talking shit behind our back.
Yeah.
Right? Because we were living
Yeah.
so below where they were. Some of these guys had 3 and 4 cars, they had vacation homes, they were
Sure.
doing $50,000 vacations, and like
Mm.
we did none of that.
Yeah.
But now we can take off January. We just took off most of November and first class everything.
Mm.
But you've just stay committed for the next 5 to 8 years.
Yep.
It will pay. I mean, by 30, like you're 23, right?
24.
Oh shit, dude, you're old, 24. So let's call it by 31.
Yeah.
You will not because it all just compounds and builds in the next one. And
Mhm.
then your third deal will happen in a year. And then your fourth deal will happen and then I'm just so happy for you and Josie.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting. Obviously we haven't met our future children yet, but we're building this for them.
Absolutely.
Um,
Can you
and this is
imagine you're 32, 34 years old, you're coaching your T-ball league, or
yeah.
you're the classroom, whatever the hell
Yeah.
that thing's called.
Yeah.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's what keeps us going. I mean, we wouldn't just do real estate if it was strictly financial. Like I'm a numbers guy. Like that's who I am in the relationship. I'm all numbers driven.
Yep.
and I've built my own spreadsheets of putting things together, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you don't get through those hard days
Yeah.
without a strong why driving you there. So real estate's
Well,
just the vehicle.
real estate is the vehicle. The other thing I want to highlight is the job.
Yeah.
I've just started to come to this in the last 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. I want most people to realize the job is
Mhm.
the key, not a prison. A lot of people look at their job like it's a prison. It's holding them back. I got to quit. I got to burn the bridges. And you've already told us the commission job out of school got you the first house. It's now feeding you for the next house. I mean, you don't have to have a job forever.
Yeah.
You could have a job for 10 years and then make it totally optional. I think that's
100%.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that. When I worked in the tech sales job, like I'm naturally pretty competitive. So like I loved it. Like you'd go and you'd work the crazy hours. Like I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it was all the best day ever, but like
No.
I really loved the competition. I loved going in and winning, making an actual difference. It was fantastic. However, like when I got engaged and we were planning a wedding, like I realized I couldn't do both as well as I wanted. So
Yeah, it is all consuming. That is for sure.
yes. So I ultimately had to move away from that. But with that being said, like what that did for me then is like it set the foundation for me. So I think that's so amazing. And now the job that I'm in, like I feel like I could work this job forever because I enjoy it so much. The people are fantastic. The values of the company are great. But again, like now that I'm in a job where like I don't feel like I'm counting down the days to the end of the week, I still, the option to work is a whole lot better than having to work. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen to that. Yeah. It's a
we're
lot
still
easier to get
fighting
up
for
and go to
that.
work when you don't have to go to work. Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious, and you may not know this number, but I'll ask anyway. Have you and your wife kind of said, "Hey, we need to make," I call it the nut. Like, what is your monthly nut? Do you guys have that number in mind? Like, do you care to share it?
We do have ours currently, which is just shy of $3,000. So,
Yeah.
but obviously with when kids come in the
Oh, it'll
picture and
go up.
schooling, we've tried to project that out and we have like, several different
Yeah.
options we could
It's
go
more than
to.
you think. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
It's more than
I
you
know.
think.
When we really put the numbers out there, I have a whole spreadsheet of running like
Of course
based
you
off
do.
of I know every single year, what our real estate income could look like, what our expenses could look like. And that was really to kind of help the dream of, well, if we do great deals that look like this is what we could expect.
Now,
Um,
here's a great question. So let's just say 3 grand's the number.
yeah.
In your current trajectory, how many years do you think it would take to get to a 3 grand, semi-passive with real estate? What do you think?
If we just keep our same spending
Yeah, just assume that.
and if we stay house hacking,
Yeah, of course.
okay, if we stay house hacking, it would be 2.5, 3 years, depending on the deals that we do, that we would replace it one for one.
Yeah, so let's call it 4 years.
Yeah.
You could be completely work optional in 4 years, four
Yeah.
more years. So call it 6.
Mhm.
It's funny you bring this up because I haven't done it in a while, but there for a while I was going to high school seniors.
Yeah.
And I was asking them, how many of you think you could live on 2,500? Maybe I'll change it to 3 grand in honor of Ben and Josie. And all of them say yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you guys not realize by the age of 25, you could be financially free if you can hold that number?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how it works. But the problem is most people get a little coin in the bank and they get stupid and
Yep.
they start expanding their lifestyle. So kudos to you and Josie.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it's awesome. And I mean, we have some crazy goals that we have too that real estate's also going to help us with. Like
You
we
want to share
currently,
one?
yeah, we currently tithe.
Nice.
Josie and I have talked about, her being a stay-at-home parent. And kind of her and I be responsible for raising our children and not leaving them to someone else. And
Awesome.
but again, real estate's the vehicle for those things. But yeah, we currently tithe. And we love taking some of the gains that we have in both short term and long term and helping our community around us. We're kind of in a small town that we really love, and we love the people
Nice.
around us. And so yeah, we give a lot for them.
Nice. Well, what would be your advice for maybe let's a couple in their early 20s? They're committed to each other, maybe not married yet. What would be some advice? Would you recommend house hacking, for example?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, of course. Even for her and I, like, I think it's so great with the drumline stuff we do together, the real estate stuff we do together. And it's never like this is my thing and this is her thing. Granted, we have different
Ah,
roles, but
I
like
like it.
with house hacking, especially at top bottom, it is like for us, yeah, we just have, one tenant currently, but for her and I, it's like we're forced to be in it together. And I think
Yeah.
that's so great. But I would always say, like, don't focus on what you're sacrificing. Let what you're
Mm,
sacrificing be moving towards what you want. So you're not
mhm.
taking away anything by
Yeah.
saying, yeah, I'm going to cut my grocery budget in half, or yeah, I'm not going to go shopping, or I'm only going to get clothes if they're gifts, you know.
Mhm.
Um, it's no, we have this race that we're running together and we're going to
Yeah.
do it together, and whatever we need to do is what we have to do with a smile on
Yeah.
our face. So
I love that. So I'm curious, when you were getting starting on this, again with your Excel spreadsheets, and I don't know if Josie's a numbers person or not, but was there always kind of like we're going to do this until we're like it's going to take till we're 30 and then we see the fruits, or was there always that end date out there?
not really. It was never like let's do it for this amount of time. It was like this is the
Okay.
best option for us and our family, and we're gonna do it until we can't anymore and see what that looks like as the deals come through.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, there really hasn't been any set timeline on it.
Okay. All right. Um, any other things you would tell somebody getting started?
Um, especially if you're young, you have the free pass to be frugal. um, like when I lived in Dallas and people were closing big deals, you saw people going doing and bottle service at nearby
Yeah.
places and getting the fancier cars or whatever while I was driving my rusty Suburban in the Texas area. Um, but like you're not weird. And I think that's, a great thing about this online platform is like we have a community here on like one rental at a time of people that are
Yeah.
going through the same things. So you're not weird for being weird, and
No.
saving a bunch of
No.
money and using it for
Yeah,
your future.
I'm glad you brought up the community because that's something see as we're watching it. There's so many similarities where people that are attracted to one rental at a time, they're
Yeah,
doing the work they believe, they understand bad things happen, like the sewer thing you talked about was a bigger
sure.
expense. They're not gambling, they're networking, they're supporting each other. The one rental at a time community, frankly, far exceeds anything I thought. When I had this crazy idea at my kitchen table, it's really fun to watch it evolve over time. So thank you for being a part of it.
No, thank you. It's you're organizing it. I know it's been your passion project. So for us
Yeah.
to really be a part of it has been awesome. So
Well, very, very. Any closing thoughts as we wrap this up? I like to keep these about 25 to 30 minutes or so. Kind of closing thoughts, Ben.
no, just yeah, continue being a part of this community, watch the videos, comment, engage. There really are people looking out for you here. So can't recommend it enough.
Awesome, buddy. I appreciate you. Say hi to Josie for me. Congratulations, guys.
I will do that. Thank you so much.